Well, 8 AJHL alumni have played in the Frozen Four for the NCAA Men's Hockey Championship Tournament. 5 of them will be playing in the finals between UMass and St. Cloud State. Joining me today just to talk a little bit about the NCAA Hockey League is Nigel Dubé, head coach and GM for the Lloydminster Bobcats. Nigel, thank you for taking this time.
Thanks for having me, Evan.
Now, Nigel, exciting time. Obviously there's some fantastic hockey going on. Some of the best, before you get to those pro ranks. And I mean, just great hockey. I think, Nigel, you can attest to this, having gone the school route, just how good of a level of hockey this is, hey?
Well, I think one thing, definitely the hockey and this COVID year has really put a highlight on the college hockey in the States and Canada, because we've been fortunate here where it's been on some of the TV channels and stuff like that, and I think it's really opened a lot of people's eyes to how exciting of a game it is, and it's definitely, you look at the semis yesterday. It's pretty exciting, fast-paced, fun hockey, and you don't know what's going to happen next.
No, there's turns right around every corner there, as you saw, exciting overtime hockey games, unlikely heroes becoming the heroes there. Nigel, we talked the hockey is great, but there's also other benefits when it does come to the NCAA and taking that route, for a player's journey, really. Just what are some of those other benefits besides the on-ice play?
Well, I think you look at it and the chance to develop, even starting at the junior level, it gives you a few more years where it's not that rush to get there at the 18 years old all the time. And once you get there, it's 4 years of playing hockey, but more importantly, you're getting the education at the same time. And that's a big part of it. So you're coming out of a lot of the highest percentage coming out of NCAA hockey is both playing at that level and then having the education to go with it during that time. And you look at the facilities now and the upgrades that they've made in the gyms and in the classrooms and all those and the developments along that way. And it's 4 years of it. And this year they've added a 5th year for the transfer, but it's 4 years, and I think it's pretty special because it prepares you not only for the game if you move on that way, but just life and having that education behind you.
And Nigel, you mentioned at the beginning of this question here, they have those years of junior before going to those college ranks. For, lots of people are late bloomers. And for those looking to, pursue hockey after schooling and whatnot, how big is that just for these late bloomers having that extra time to develop?
Well, it's huge, and you look at some of those players there, and they have 3 or 4 years of junior hockey underneath of them. Their game is matured, and you go back at it, and we look at it of the prospects of the 13, 14, 15-year olds, and some of these guys were, maybe what would be considered a third liner at those levels, and just developed more as time went on. Came into a junior level, same thing, and now they're dominant players. That St. Cloud team there, I had the opportunity to coach. Kupka was one of them, and then a couple of the Fitzgerald kid on that team as well. Coached against him when I was down south, and those were guys that played the 3 full years of junior hockey or 4 full years of junior hockey before going on to that next level.
And Nigel, another great part of the NCAA that we haven't even talked about yet is there are multiple divisions as well. The Div 3 championship team in the NCHA, the Marian University Sabres, they had 9 AJHL alumni as well, 22 CJHL alumni. So just, it seems like these alumni are just continuing to find success in other places there.
Well, and I think that's a big thing in the transition over time. Even from the time when I used to play junior hockey back in the day, and the exposure to the college route, and going down to the States. I think so often we were used to the major junior stuff, especially in the Western provinces, and you didn't really know the NCAA route. And now there's more exposure to it. You look at a Dylan Hallway that played for Okotoks in our league and a draft pick, and all those kind of things where they're coming back to the province that they're from. I think those are huge things, whether it's Division 1, Division 3. Ty Mossman, who played for us before we traded him to Fort McMurray, he's down in Marion and was part of that team. And I think you're just seeing more and more and the benefits of continuing on and what's available for them after that too as well.
Nigel, thank you very much for taking this time. And this NCAA championship is this weekend, this Saturday between UMass and St. Cloud State. Should be a phenomenal game.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'm gonna root for St. Cloud just because Coops used to coach him and a couple others on that team. So hopefully they can pull it off.